Hi, I'm Kelsey, and I'm in Mr. Martin's English 1302 class, and this is my response to The Flea. The Flea by John Donne is a love poem about a man who is trying to seduce his beloved despite the fact they aren't married, and grasping at straws, he uses a flea as a metaphor to try to get her to sleep with him. Mark but this flea, and mark in this, how little that which thou deniest me is. Then the man goes to say that the flea has already sucked blood from both of them, and by doing this, their mingled blood inside its body means that they are already sexually involved, so what's the harm if they actually do the deed? Not finding this conversation as romantic as the man hoped she would, the woman goes to kill the flea, hesitating only when the man says that to kill the flea would be like killing themselves. She kills it anyway, probably to signify the end of the conversation, not that I blame her, and the man questions her as to why she would kill an innocent flea. To which she replies, I findest not thyself nor me the weaker now for having killed the flea. The man, probably hoping she would say something like that, states that she will lose nothing from sleeping with him, just like how she lost nothing from killing the flea. My impression of The Flea by John Donne was less of a love poem, more of a seduction poem, because the man tries to get his beloved to have premarital sex using a flea. That's it. I don't find it romantic in the slightest to compare love to a flea. I get what Donne is trying to say, but I think it's gross and probably not the best way to get into a girl's pants. I'm not sure if I can go along with the descriptions of blood in the poem either. I understand that Donne uses the mingling of blood in the flea to indicate a deeper connection the man and his beloved would have to each other, but I think it's unsanitary and it makes me think of weird tribal rituals. I also don't like the fact that in the first stanza it sounds as if the man is belittling the woman's virginity when he compares it to a flea, stating how little that which thou deniest me is. I'm not sure how insignificant virginity is to males during this time period, but I know that it's not a little thing when a girl wants to be intimate with someone she loves. However, I do like the fact that in his poetry, Donne uses objects people wouldn't normally associate with love, like a flea in this case, or a compass, like in A Valediction Forbidding Morning, to metaphorically describe love. It makes me think that anything, almost anything, can be used to describe love. I find that romantic because it's original and not some big overstated gesture that everyone's made, like symbolizing love as a heart, or a dozen roses, or a teddy bear. Though I wouldn't want it to be compared to an insect either. Even though I don't find The Flea very romantic, despite the fact that it is considered a love poem, I do find it hilarious, because even after his beloved kills the flea, he still futilely tries to use the flea to seduce her into bed. Comparing the physical love from the flea to the spiritual love from A Valediction Forbidding Morning, it seems that Donne is fonder of physical love. He is desperate to get into bed with this woman. And if he preferred spiritual love, he would want to wait until after they are married to sleep with her, because spiritual love is more based on intellect rather than physical needs. Overall, I think this poem was interesting because of Donne's use of common objects as a metaphor for love, and the humor he used involving the flea. And even though it's not one of my favorites, I don't think I'll forget it anytime soon. Thank you for listening.